It's The Drive on The Fan.
Yeah, everybody, good morning on a Feel Good Friday. It is The Drive right here live on the Fan Sports Network inside the Findlay Hyundai Studios. Devin, Paulie, Tara, ready to go. Move over, Drake Tolk. Thanks for warming up the audience for us. Let the local guys and gals have some fun here on a Friday, getting you into your weekend and inching that much closer to football season and the month of August. Here we go. Final day of July. I love July. I absolutely love July. It's hotter than the 4th of July. It's hotter than a firecracker. Been a little muggy with the monsoon season in the STG, especially Wednesday morning. I was not in town, but I guess it poured.
Yeah, it did.
Poured here. Yeah, it did. So it's been nice. And August is always hot. We're not done with the dog days of the heat in the summer here in the STG. Yeah. But at least we got football season on our minds. We are 6 days away from our high school football media day. That will be next Thursday. We're actually planning on being live from Texas Roadhouse. That's where we'll be hosting our Region 9 football coaches, select players, and going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to hearing from all the coaches. We got one new coach, Zach Tatalele from Snow Canyon. We have a couple of coaches that have come back. Ray Hosner, who at one point was the longest tenured coach in Region 9. Now he's back. And then, of course,
Baldery's new, too.
Tanner Baldery's first year, and Carl Frankie back at Desert Hills, where he won a couple state championships as a head coach, as the assistant head coach and offensive coordinator. So Region 9 football going to be very interesting this year. Watch out for the Hurricane Tigers. That's all I got to say.
All right.
Watch out for Jerry Cowan and the Hurricane Tigers. Is this the season they make the jump? They always say in college or pros, watch out for that third year for a head coach.
Third year.
Yeah, and he's got obviously some seniors that exited, but I'm really interested to get a barometer test on Coach Cowan because I think they are really sneaky this year.
Yeah, I think with the departure of Junior, Stokes kid, Major Stokes.
Transferred to Orem. His dad took the head coaching job at Orem in the offseason.
I think Tanner Matua instantly becomes the best defensive lineman rusher in the region. He is a stud.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that.
Yeah, he's a monster.
I am not going to disagree with you on that. Yeah. Top story on our minds this morning.
Yeah, this was big.
We've kind of had some fun this summer. Tara missed a couple of the shows when she was on vacation, but we had three different Mondays. We were able to bring in Coach Judkins and select players, or Coach Schroeder came in with select players, and we got to kind of meet most of the Utah Tech men's basketball team as they were in for summer training. That whole month of July.
Bliss, not Lemke. We had Bliss, Dupree, Gibson,
Christian Gibson,
Owen Mackey, Mark Brown. We had quite a few of the new additions. I'm looking at the list of new additions, and I think we've had almost all of them. Rex Sunderland, we had him. Yeah.
So a lot of fun, and they have added to that. We knew that they were holding the roster spot or two open on the roster.
Yes.
And, sometimes there is some hang up with the visas and, players from, overseas with the logistics and NCAA clearinghouse and eligibility and all those things, getting them over here. And they finally have figured it out and announced the newest member of Utah Tech men's basketball, Petros Radkos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ninth newcomer on this year's roster. You parlay that with four guys that are back, and you still could add another guard or another big if you so choose before the upcoming season. I mean, recruiting never sleeps in today's era.
No, people going overseas now to get players a lot, and it's nice to see Utah Tech, who had success with the French Madiba Wana. They had success getting a foreign import before. I could see this being a nice get for Utah Tech. I mean, he's a 6'5" guard. That's going to give you some more size. I know Mark Brown a little shorter. He's like 6'6". So this gives you a 6'5" guy to put out there for defensive purposes. If he's not as far along offensively, he did average about 17 points in the National League in Greece. So pretty good. And his team went 16-8 overall. So I think this is a solid player that's been playing good high-level basketball that could contribute to this year's team.
Pelenos, BC, in Athens. You mentioned National League 1. Yeah, I mean, 16.8 points, 8 rebounds a game from the guard position.
Yeah.
5.7 assists, 2.1 steals. So he plays a little defense, got his hand in the cookie jar.
Long arms, I bet.
Took them to the semifinals. They were a 16-8 team last year. He's been a member of a bunch of the U16, U18 youth teams from over there, and he is coming over. And obviously, there's some more excitement about that. We think it's going to be very difficult year one. For the Trailblazer football team to make some noise in the conference as they're in the Big Sky right now.
Yeah.
But basketball-wise, this roster is setting themselves up to maybe make some noise this winter. I really, truly believe this could be a fun run in the Big Sky. Juddy has been very open with the goal. I want to get to an NCAA game. I want to coach in the NCAA tournament. I want a taste of March Madness.
Yes.
We're six years into this thing since being in Division II and going through that probationary period, that transition period where you're not even postseason eligible. And now all that's in the rearview mirror, which it is a little bit of a damper on your recruiting when you have no postseason. You can't sell the sizzle of playing in March Madness for 4 or 5 years, and now that is behind you. So they've really put together what I think, given the size of the additions they had to make, which was 3/4 of the roster. I think they've assembled a team. I mean, the chemistry we saw in practice, Paulie, when we went down there for the summer
look like
training.
They like each other and they're enjoying each other's company, playing together, growing that
cliff
bond.
jumping.
Riding on Juddy's boat, right? I think that's a rite of passage for these guys.
Yeah,
get on the tube behind Juddy.
Yeah.
That means you got to trust your coach in more ways than just basketball.
Yeah, and I'm excited about next season. I mean, I think, this upcoming season, I should say, is because first game of the season, they get out of the barrel fast. They go to New Mexico, to the Pit, one of the toughest places to play in the entire country. They're going to see exactly what they're made of right then and there. I mean, I think it's a great way to start. I might even cover that game on behalf of the Fan Sports Network, drive down to Albuquerque. That'd be a fun little trip.
That does not sound fun. I will meet you there, and I will fly.
I guarantee that's not going to happen.
I will fly, and you can drive.
How long is that drive?
Oh, my
6
gosh.
hours?
No, it's going to be longer than that.
I would
really?
have to look it up. I would think it's at least 10, but I don't
thought
know.
It was like 6 or so. Never mind.
Tara's doing some research. She will let you know. But I'm thinking you got to go through, Nevada. You got to go down through part of Texas. You got to get down to New Mexico.
Maybe it's not
I'm
worth
thinking
it
at
for
least
2-hour
8 to 10 hours is my
yeah, I was gonna say.
is my guess.
10 hours.
10 hours.
Yeah.
All right. A little more than I thought. Never mind. Overshot it, but I still will be watching the Pit in New Mexico.
Yeah, we'll remind you that you said that.
Yeah, I know, right?
But exciting. I mean, summer headlines out there in local sports like this get you a little excited about the basketball season, coming off a pretty good year last year.
Yeah.
Yes.
A great year.
Obviously, little premature exit in the WAC tournament, probably a little earlier
Lost
than
to the champs.
But
It's
they
hard
did.
to-
Yeah, they did.
19-15, 11-7 in the conference. I mean, that's a good year.
That's a good
Best year that Utah Tech in the Division I era has had. And another thing they had going for them last year, 11-3 at the Burns Arena. The Burns Arena, I mean, it was a pretty tough place to play for opposing teams. Hopefully we can keep that going.
Yeah, no question about it. You look at all the kids that they've got signed in this class, the Snow College transfers, Aaron Bliss and Kyle Lemke, bringing Kyle back to St. George's Dixie.
Mark Brown, technically a Snow College
Snow,
guy.
then Valpo.
He kind of by way of Valpo, but he was a Snow guy too. So.
Yeah, Dupree from Portland State. Christian Gibson, the 4-star that decommitted from University of South Florida. Central Florida. Wanted to be the guy, wanted to come in and get minutes.
Yeah.
You got Jax Clark, who's hurt right now, but should be good by the start of the season. A long, lanky kid from American Fork, played in-state basketball. You add an international 6'5" guard in this kid, Petros Ragkos.
Yes. And don't forget about Bliss. I mean, I remember when he came in, a lot of the players
I was worried about our microphone size for Aaron. He's tall.
Yeah, but apparently when we had Mackey and Mark Brown and Bliss wasn't here, they said he would win the dunk contest at like 6'11". Like, he must be a great athlete, you know? So.
Yep. So exciting news. A little article came out on social media yesterday. I've texted the coaching staff looking for some nuggets and feedback, and we'll get more info on this kid. I've got to deep dive this. I want to talk to Jake Schroeder and Brock Staley and Tony Morris and Coach John Judkins and all the staff really. Maybe a gem here. Maybe found a gem here that could really add a different dimension to this year's Utah Tech men's basketball season. And it's the last day of July, and we're all fired up about basketball right now. When you get a player of this caliber, I mean, 17 points a game is nothing to sniff at.
Yeah.
At the professional level in Europe as a young man, that's coming over here for the very first time.
Yeah.
The international game has infiltrated the United States. So it's going to be really interesting to see what kind of game he's got. So I'm fired up about this. Like, on an excitement meter, where is your excitement meter with what they've done with this Utah Tech men's basketball roster?
I think it's going to be a really fun Big Sky media poll preseason to see where they land, to see how they stack up in a new conference. I think that this is going to be a really good team next year. I think they're going to have a really good home court advantage. We're going to have new road dates, regional rivalries. I think it's going to be really fun for Utah Tech basketball fans, and I think it's going to be a good season.
Yeah, I mean, he comes over here. He's a combo guard. He's 21 years old, so he's not like he's like 17 and raw. He's a little bit more mature. I think he's only got a year or two of eligibility, but that's okay. That's kind of the new college basketball era where you're taking guys for 1 year and you're just fine with that.
Yes.
So, going to be really exciting to see what he can offer. And I don't know what the playing time is going to evolve to be this year for Utah Tech men's basketball. That's something we'll have all fall to discuss, and we'll be talking about right here on your home of the Trailblazers, the Fan Sports Network. But it's kind of exciting. The roster is almost intact. They might add one more still if it's the right fit, but the roster is pretty much intact now. For
still a lot of guys out there.
A lot of guys in the portal,
Yeah, a lot of guys out there.
Yep. But look, let's be honest. At this point, it might not be about NIL. It might be about just an opportunity to showcase and play. So, because I'm sure that the little NIL money that Utah Tech University has been pretty much gobbled up. I know, Christian Gibson had to get a chunk. Some of these, other new additions have to get a chunk. Anytime they say financial aid agreement, that means they're getting some sort of perks and monetary exchange.
I would assume that UCF was offering Gibson a good amount of money, and he probably saw that this is an opportunity to get a lot of playing time at Utah Tech and really showcase his abilities. So I'm excited to see what the first 4-star recruit in the 247 era for Utah Tech looks like. I got to say, I'm pretty excited about Christian Gibson and the rest of these guys.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely. So some of the big local news and notes right there around Utah Tech. Of course, fall football camp is underway. It got underway on Wednesday, and that rain hit, and they had to cut practice short because of all the amount of rain that came down that morning. But they were back on the field yesterday. They'll be back on the field this morning.
Yeah.
And then again, I'm planning on sneaking down to practice tomorrow morning. I think you guys were planning on maybe sneaking down with us in the morning. We're going to get a little bit of a look and watch some practice. So next week we'll talk a lot about that. A little bit later in the show, we're going to do State of the State in college football. And we're going to talk a little bit more about Lance Anderson in the upcoming season, Delane Fitzgerald, and the upcoming season for the T-Birds. Of course, Eric Kerr, the new first-year head coach for Weber State that Weebcat fans should be really excited about. I think this guy has worked tirelessly hard to put together a roster. I mean, when Jay Hill left Weber State, they kind of just declined. And so they went to the high school ranks. The Corner Canyon head coach that had created a national powerhouse in high school football.
Yeah,
that everybody wanted to play for, and we're getting games on ESPN. They kind of a big deal. kind of a big deal, and he's going to try to win with in-state kids. He's going to try to get the kids in the state of Utah that Utah and BYU, Utah State overlooked, and win with those kids. Obviously, the whole roster's not, but for I've seen a lot of signings for Weber State of Utah kids. Yeah, which kind of is going to be an interesting experiment, if you will. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We are off and running today. We're going to talk some NFL. Like I mentioned, State of the State. Nia Hagler, Snow Canyon wrestler. We've had her on the show before when she was winning the high school state championship in girls wrestling. She has had a huge summer. She's going to drop by the show. We'll catch up with her. One of the more interesting, vibrant, I think charismatic young athletes in Southern Utah. I was really impressed when we had her in again. Yeah. And she's had a heck of a summer, and we're going to kind of go through it all with her, and she's going to jump into the studio with us at about 8:20. So if anybody knows Nia Hagler or anything about her, you're gonna want to keep tuned in for that. If we get time, we'll get into some MLB trade deadline. We'll get you set up for the weekend. I do want to talk a little bit about the Utah Championships and the Rocket Mortgage. We'll get you some live leaderboard updates. I'll tell you how some of the local players played. There is one storyline that I want to talk about, Paulie. Tara, don't let me forget to bring up Barry Shank.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if anybody in Southern Utah knows Barry Shank, but carded 11 birdies. I think I mentioned this yesterday on the show. He used to run the Golf Logics here in St. George. He played collegiately at Weber State. He's in his mid to late 30s now. Carded 11 birdies in the Monday qualifier and is making his Korn Ferry debut. It didn't go great yesterday. But I was texting with him last night, and I loved his mindset. I was excited for him. He's spent some time in the simulator with my son. My son took a series of lessons, got on the gears. You know what the gears are in golf? No. Okay. Anyway, we'll get into that a little bit more, plus a complete leaderboard rundown later on in the show. Off and running. When we come back, though, let's fire up the State of the State. We want to talk optimism meter for Utah, BYU, Utah State, Utah Tech, SUU, Weber State. When we come back, it's a Feel Good Friday from the Finley Hyundai Studios. Don't you dare touch that dial. We'll be back in a flash.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
Hey, everybody. Feel Good Friday. Welcome back here on the Fan Sports Network, rocking the airwaves on 95.3 or 99.5 in St. George. You can catch us on either spot on the dial, or 99.9 HD3. If you have a Silver Surfer Tesla, you can put it on an HD channel. We've also got you on 93.1 in Cedar, 1400 AM in Parowan. Of course, you can always download the app, listen anywhere worldwide, or the website. And if you're at the office already this morning and you want to pop it on and see Paul Ratliff's smiling face with his Utah Mammoth black and blue hat, you can pop us on. Just go to search the Fan Sports Network on our YouTube page, and you can watch the show live here on a just fantastic Friday. Let's get into a little state of the state, shall we? Brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. They're still all the way through July and into August 30th. You can still get the $80 18-hole special, 18 holes with cart, with range balls, with lunch, and a drink, all just $80. It's fantastic out at Coral Canyon Golf Course with a little rain. It is absolutely pure arena out there, so get out and play some golf for a great price. Call for tee times. Mention you want the $80 special, 435-688-1700.
All right, let's jump into it here. And no better place to start than the team that appeared in the Big 12 championship last year, lost to Texas Tech. 12-2 overall, 8-1 in the Big 12 regular season. That is the BYU Cougars. A couple accolades for them preseason. They were picked number 2 in the conference behind only Texas Tech. They got the preseason Offensive Player of the Year and senior running back L.J. Martin. And it's kind of like Christmas morning to Coach Sataki getting ready for this season. We had a little clip here. KSL Sports caught up with him. This is one of the Cougar tracks talking about this upcoming season.
Even though I like the progress, the game isn't here yet. We're over a month away. We're going to take advantage of all that time. And then by the time we get to kickoff, I want to be feeling comfortable about it. So when you say what keeps me up at night, like, yeah, we're not there yet. But at the same time, it's like, I was like, guys, are you guys worried about Christmas? Well, what if you're Santa Claus? You should be worried about it. You're preparing for it, and that's when game time comes. So football season for me, that's what keeps me up. Like, I worry about, this is my Christmas moment, and this is when we want to get things going. But nobody else is going to be worried the same way that I am. But that's okay. But when you say worried, like, it's not like I'm stressing out about it. You know, if people are like, hey, he's gaining weight, he's stressed out. No, I just like food. I mean, I'm gaining weight because I like food. It has nothing to do with stress. And if I'm losing hair, it's because I'm balding because I'm getting old. I'm 50 years old. I love my job. It doesn't even feel like a job. I love leading people. I love everything about it. The good, the bad, the winning, the struggles, the adversity. I like how close it brings us together.
Pretty powerful clip there from Sataki. I've seen a lot of preseason, or not preseason, but coaching rankings in the Big 12. Sataki, who in his first season, you saw him on these polls when they went 5-7, kind of low, like 12, 13 on the coach list. He's risen to a top 3 coach in most of these experts' polls in the Big 12. So I think he's really got his shape of the program, the culture going, and he returns a lot of really good players this year.
Bear Bachmeier had a terrific spring.
Yes, I heard that.
He is on the cover of the Western Phil Steele College Football Preview magazine. One of the quarterbacks on the cover. He's going to be a sophomore. My sources that were at spring practice, I got a really good friend that at every practice, he's part of the staff up there at BYU, and he said Bear really just worked on his throwing. In spring football, he was not running the football like we saw him last fall. He was just working on every single route on the route tree.
I think that's fair.
Throw. And the Big 12 has become the expectation now, not the dream for BYU. The expectation is they will compete again for the title. That's not a dream. That's an expectation. And I think the analogy for Santa Claus, you're excited about Christmas.
Yeah.
You're not nervous about Christmas. His food analogy is great. He's always such a quotable coach.
Yeah.
He really is lovable, likable. I think he's a great great coach for this university. They
Larger than
rewarded
life
him.
figure in Provo.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
he
look,
is big.
There was a point in time where we were asking the question, is he going to be able to make it in the Big 12? There was a couple years there where we're like,
First season, 5-7.
Yeah,
and they were abysmal.
And even the last season before they went to the Big 12 as an independent, there was some question marks there where we were like, maybe they are going to have to make a change. And then they brought in Jay Hill.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and the defense got really good. They had some really
he's
good.
Gone now though, so that's probably the biggest question mark heading into this season.
Yeah, I think that is a huge loss because look what happened to Weber State when Jay Hill lost left.
Yeah,
Weber went downhill, and now they've found a new coach. I mean, that was not the answer. The Big 12, though, is right there. Championship expectations, another shot at making the college football playoffs is what Cougar fans are realistically dreaming about. That's what they're hoping for. That's what they're expecting this year. I mean, 12-2 last year. Only lost to Tech twice.
Yeah.
Made it the Big 12 title game. My optimism meter.
Yes.
Pauly,
let's get everyone's.
It's
here.
lit up. It's lit up. It's probably a 9.2.
9.2. Okay.
Cougar fans are always very optimistic, sometimes almost to the point of delusional.
Yes. The COVID season when they went undefeated and then played Coastal in that meet us here kind of game whenever everyone was scheduling games. They thought they were a national power that year, and they were paying these bum teams. I mean, Zach Wilson had the headband that said anyone, anywhere, any place, all that. But they weren't playing good teams. Now they're playing good teams and beating them.
Yes.
So this is the progression of the program. So I think from COVID to now, when the Zach Wilson season that was great, but they weren't really playing anybody. Now they're playing some really good teams and handling them. So I think it's rightly so to be optimistic about BYU. I'm at about a 9.3, 9.4, somewhere in there.
You're even higher than I am.
Close to a 10. Yeah, I think that they're built really well. They've got a lot of the Jay Hill guys still there.
The big question mark is the wide receiving core. Losing Chase Roberts, Parker Kingston, not eligible to play at BYU because of the honor code stuff that all got dismissed over the summer. But I've heard in camp and even back to the spring that there's some young stud wide receivers that are ready to step up and fill that void. And a lot of Cougar fans that are, really closely watching this team think there's 3 or 4 guys and a couple tight ends that are going to have huge seasons. And when you have LJ Martin, that is going to help your passing game if Bear can get him the ball on time in an open space dramatically. Because I think LJ Martin's a top 5 college football running back in the country.
Yes, I agree with that. And they have not a lot of names you're familiar with at the receiver position. Tiger Bachmeier, Bear's brother, is obviously one of the receivers.
A little bit of rapport there.
There's rapport. Yeah, he played a little bit last.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I think they.
They've only been throwing the ball
up,
since in the backyard days when they were just getting out of diapers.
Right.
Legend Glasker, the brother.
Glasker's
another Glasker brother. Yeah.
Yep.
So they got a few, and the Pula brothers. If you remember those recruits, they're freshmen.
Young.
They're freshmen. But
we saw them at Orem.
They're impact players, though. So I would like to. They were Lone Peak guys. And they were really good players.
That's right, Lone Peak. We did the Crimson Lone Peak game. Yeah. And boy, oh boy,
they put on a show.
I think Jaron had 2 picks and 2 touchdowns. The other one took a concussion and didn't play the game I broadcast.
He left, I think.
He left in the first half.
Yeah.
But Jaron Polu had a day.
6'3", 200-pound receiver freshman.
Yeah.
So he's ready to play, I think.
But there's a couple other ones, a couple of tight ends that I'm hearing really good things about. And I don't think BYU diehard fans or anybody inside the building is worried about the wide receiver room. From the outside, though, that was a big question mark. You always wonder about the offensive line in the Big 12.
Big get at tight end was Walker Lyons, who was a return missionary committed to USC previously. Instead, goes to BYU. He should be the step-in starter for the Cougars.
Absolutely.
So they got a good returning core on offense. Some Jay Hill guys stayed on defense. So I think this will be a very good group. 9.3 for me, 9.4. Tara, where are you on the Cougars?
I'm going to go with 9.5.
9.5.
You're even
highest in the
us.
room. Yeah. All right. So Tara's 9.5.
Yep.
Why are you 9.5?
Just because of the return, like Bear Bachmeier, I think he's poised to have a phenomenal season. Also, obviously, we love Sataki. We've already talked about him.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, even though Jay Hill's gone, I think he's already put something really well in place that's going to continue on. Like you said, he still has a lot of his people there.
That's a great point. Like, the blueprint is there now.
It's there.
Like, just because he's not there, they probably gleaned from him, all his assistant coaches around him that didn't go to Michigan with Jay Hill and Kyle Whittingham. They can take what they learn and still have that blueprint, if you will. So I think that's a really valid point. Actually, the Jay Hill loss is probably what keeps me from being a 9.5. That's probably the only reason I'm 9.2, 9.3 is because they lost Jay Hill. I think that highly of Jay Hill.
Yeah, Kelly Papinga takes over as the DC for BYU.
Alumni.
Yeah, alumni. So we'll see how he does.
NFL player. Played for I think he was drafted by the Packers, if I'm not mistaken. Had a pretty good, I wouldn't say long career, but I think he played 8-9 seasons in the league.
Yes.
That's a decent career. Yeah. It's above the league average.
All right, let's go to the next team here on the State of the State Optimism Meter, and that is the Utah Utes, as 11-2 overall last year, 7-2 in the Big 12. 2 losses were to Tech and BYU. This is the first year of Morgan Scalley and Devin Dampier back, the incumbent at quarterback. This is Scalley at Big 12 Media Day talking about the culture at Utah and how it has really been shaped.
Yeah, love it. Culture is what you believe. It's how you behave based on that belief. And it's the experience that's delivered by that behavior. So, you know, it's what we practice every day. It's not just words on walls. It's not just some great creative acronym. It's a way of life, and you have to practice it every day. Yeah.
Well, he does have one creative acronym that goes back to his DC days under Kyle Whittingham, and that is the RSNB, the Risky, Smart, Nasty Ball Hawks. I think the Utah defense will be second in the Big 12 behind only Texas Tech. I think they're poised to have a great defensive season. And if Devin Dampier, who was hampered by injuries a little bit down the stretch of the season last year, can stay healthy, they got Wayshawn Parker in the backfield, they got a lot of offensive skill returning. I am super high on Utah. They are actually, we'll get into this as we get closer to the season, but I have a vibe on Utah. I want to get Phil Steele's take when we have him on. But I'm actually higher on Utah than BYU this year myself. Really? So I like Utah to be in the Big 12 championship game. I have I'm a 9.7 on the optimism meter for the Utes.
Yeah, I don't think I can agree with you there.
All right.
There is one thing that's bumping my optimism meter up, though, and that is the fact that Cyrus Polu, Desert Hills High School, really good friends with Tony, his dad. We watched him evolve and be a Swiss Army knife. He was the kicker. He did kickoff returns, punt returns, linebacker. He could play running back, tight end, whatever they needed him to do, he would do. He passed up a ton of opportunities to go to Michigan and a lot of money to stay at Utah. And he was a guy that as a true freshman, he was an early graduate. He left for the spring of his high school, went there, got in the weight room. So he's a little ahead of the game, but he still was a true freshman last year. He was on the travel roster and starting on special teams. This year, he is anticipated to be the Morgan Scalley starting rover in the defense.
Nice.
Okay, that rover backer position and make him rush him, have him drop back in coverage. Very versatile rover position. And I think he has got NFL talent.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched him in high school firsthand, and that's he's the perfect fit for a Utah Ute defense.
Yeah, that's right. He's a sideline to sideline guy, plays with a lot of energy. I always liked Cyrus a lot, watching him play. His dad's a great dude, great family.
And he's gotten stronger, bigger, faster. Yeah. I mean, the guy didn't have his man bod yet in high school.
No.
I mean, let's be honest. So this is one reason I am really excited about them. And then obviously Dampier's numbers were great last year, rushing it and throwing it. Yeah. He's got to stay healthy. Bert Ficklin's a serviceable backup.
He was being poached by Michigan too, Bert Ficklin.
Yes.
He decided to stay, and he's a great gadget package guy. Yeah. He's super fast.
And Kyle knows which players he wanted to target and see if they were interested in coming with him.
Yeah.
I worry. Not a bunch of huge names. Braden Pegan as a receiver is good. Ricky Johnson, you got the Scholes kid, the Whitmore kid. I mean, somebody's going to have to step up and be a true number one there. But we always know the front seven and the front five. I'm not worried about that at all. And Morgan's got a lot of energy.
Yeah,
there's a reason.
You heard it in that clip.
There's a reason that Utah parted ways with Kyle Whittingham. I mean, there's a reason that people in that building decided now was the time to give Morgan Scalley the head coaching job, or they were going to lose him. They have high expectations and hopes on Morgan Scalley.
He's been head coach and waiting for years. So
he's waited his turn.
He was waiting for the throne, and now he's got it. And I'm excited to see what he does in his first season.
I'm a 9. I'm a 9. I'm a 9 flat.
Full 7% or decimal points off mine.
I'm 9-2 with BYU. I'm 9 with Utah.
All right, 9 for Utah. Tara?
I'm 9 for Utah as well.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys are a lot less optimistic.
I thought that Dampier bringing over the offensive coordinator, they're going to be even better in year 2 now that they're settled in. They got their bearings, got to know their teammates. There's no reason that Utah can't be top 4 in the conference. You said they're going to win the Big 12 conference.
I said appear in the championship game.
I'm not quite to that point yet. I don't disagree with you that that's a possibility. Ute fans certainly believe that.
They were 3rd place and only lost to Tech and BYU last year. BYU game on the road, by the way. This year it's going to be in Rice-Eccles.
The Muss will be rocking.
Andy will be part of the Muss in that game.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. All right, moving on.
All right, let's go to Utah State. They were 6-7 last year overall, 4-4 in the Mountain West. This will be the 2nd season of Bronco Mendenhall in the new era in the Pac-12 for Utah State as that new frontier starts. And it should be fun to see how they stack up this year. Should be really interesting.
Yeah, I think that, Bronco doesn't need 4 years to put his stamp on it. He's an established coach with a reputation. He's not Kalani. He's not as vocal as Morgan Scalley.
Yeah.
He's kind of a lead by example, a little bit more quieter, expects you to do your job type of coach. And, he's put some pretty good assistant coaches around him. And let's be honest. I mean, he's having trouble winning recruiting battles against Utah and BYU. He's getting some kids, though, to transfer from those schools that just want to get playing time, and he's got that to offer. And so this is not a barren cupboard for him to work with.
And the odyssey of McKay Hillstead.
Yeah.
This is an incredible journey this dude's been on. Started at Utah State to BYU, back to Utah State.
Yes.
And he is going to be the starter for Utah State.
He's a redshirt junior at this point in time.
And he's a little guy. He's not the tallest quarterback. I think he's like 5'11", 6 foot. So
wow.
He is a little quarterback. He's a little more mobile. Barnes was super mobile last year, gave you a lot of running game from the quarterback. But I think Hillstead going to be able to do a little bit of that, but I think he's a little bit more polished of a passer than Bryson Barnes was. Love him or hate him, he did some good things at both Utah and Utah State. But I think that the quarterback ceiling is a little higher with McKay Hillstead, believe it or not.
Yeah. Yeah,
as long as he can see over his line.
That's right. We've had
Has he tried running back?
We've had short knockers play QB before.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, look, how many Pac-12 teams do you think will finish the season ranked in the top 25? I don't know what to expect out of the new Pac-12. You got Boise State, North Dakota State, San Diego State. I mean, I don't know how you got Washington State and Oregon State. You got Gonzaga in basketball, but they don't have football. Yeah. This is going to be, I think, it's really similar to the Mountain West. Maybe with the addition of Wazoo and Oregon State makes it a little bit more viable as a Power 5.
Yeah.
But they're still not a Power 5 in a lot of people's books because of USC, Utah, BYU, all the big teams leaving and going to the Big 12, going to the Big 10, going to the whatever fill in the blank conference. That was a whole tragedy that I don't even want to bring up and regurgitate right now.
Sure.
But Bronco Mendenhall brings some stability there. This is going to be a fun season for Aggie fans to see some new opponents, see some old rivalries with teams like Boise State, and have some fun and see what they can do. I think expectations are moderate. I'm going to go an 8 point.
I'm lower.
I'm going to go an 8.0 here.
Okay.
For the Aggies. I don't think that conference, Wazoo and Oregon State, Utah State should be able to hang with them with any luck at all. Mm-hmm. In that conference?
Yeah. I'm kind of the opposite. This is the first one I'm pretty low on. I'm at a 6.5 on Utah State. I think they'll have a little better quarterback play, but the rest of the team, I mean, they were picked through by the portal once again. I don't know. I got a bad feeling Utah State's going to struggle this year, but that's just me. They were 6-7 a year ago.
Can they beat
4-4 in the Mountain West?
Let's do an exercise. Let's do an exercise, Paulie. Utah State, Idaho State. Who wins?
Utah State.
Okay. Utah State, Washington.
Washington.
Utah State, Utah. Utah State, Troy.
Troy, yeah.
At Maverick Stadium?
Troy's good. Sun Belt team, good team.
Troy?
They were in a bowl game a year ago.
Troy in Logan.
Yeah, I'll take Troy. Give me Troy.
Okay. I will take Utah State.
So
in
I've
that
got
game.
them 1-3.
I got them 2-2. I agree with you on the other ones. Utah State, Boise State.
Boise.
Utah State, Washington State.
Washington State.
Do you know anything about Washington State this year? Name one player on their roster. You just picked a team that you don't even know a player's name on that team.
All right.
Come on, man. Texas State's now in the Pac-12, the Bobcats.
Yeah. Oh, man. This is brutal.
Colorado State, Fresno State, San Diego State, Oregon State.
I don't see it. I just don't see a good year for Utah
This is
State.
a bowl-eligible season. This is a 6-5-ish. I think there's some excitement there for the Aggies. This is the fourth year for Bronco.
I think it's 4-8,
Yeah, but I
5-7.
think the defense is going to struggle, and it's a tougher schedule. I don't have high hopes.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean,
I'm at a 6.5. What are you at?
I'm like a 7.5. I'm not going to go that low.
Do you remember they scored 22 points against Texas A&M last year? They scored 35 points against Vanderbilt.
Yes.
They were in some games.
Yes.
They were in some games. They beat up on some pretty good teams. They can surprise you a little bit here.
All right. We'll be surprised then. At least I will.
Remember they lost to Boise State on a heartbreaker 25-24 last year?
Yeah, Boise was just okay.
I mean, Wazoo.
That Madsen kid, what is his name? Maddox Madsen?
I mean, I know they lost in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl to Washington State 34-21. That's why I asked you if you could name one player on Wazoo's team, because that tells me you did not watch the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
By week, let's see. I'll give you week 0, week 1. By week 2 of college football, I'll know just about everybody I need to know, buddy. So just give me a little time, all right?
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one here, and that's the SUU T-Birds. 7-5 overall, 6-2 in the UAC, picked to finish 6th in the Big Sky poll by the media pollsters. Yes, they lose. Josh Dye to Ole Miss, probably the biggest loss on the team.
Bronson Barron, your
departure.
Experienced quarterback, graduates.
Yeah.
I mean, those are two. You're starting running back, starting quarterback. But the
Will Burns
they did
kid.
have Burns.
I had talked to Preston Ferry, who covers SUU up there for the college.
He's a runner.
He's a runner, yeah. And he played in the Tarleton State game when Barron was nicked up or whatever and played pretty well. So I like Burns. I think dual threat quarterbacks at the FCS level give you a better chance to win than pocket passers generally because it gives you more time to get rid of the football. You can do that RPO action. All that good stuff. So
I like Rand Sawyer reps at running back. So I'm gonna go. I think it's probably an 8.8 here for me on the T-Birds. I think they're a team that already has got Big Sky experience. They're gonna fit right in. They can surprise some teams. They could be a top 4 team this year because I think Delane Fitzgerald is an up-and-coming coach that's really established himself in Cedar City, and all he does is get better every year. They were one win away from being in the FCS playoffs last year.
Into the season on a 6-game winning streak. We're going to skip Weber State, go to Utah Tech here as we're running out of time in the hour. Utah Tech 2-10 overall last season, 1-7 in the UAC, picked last in the Big Sky preseason poll at 13th, as well as Lance Anderson returning for his 3rd season as head coach. Optimism heading into this year.
Like, look, there's optimism, but then there's reality.
Yes.
And the reality is they've got to prove it. And they are going to be really hard-pressed to win any of their first 3 or 4 games of the year. Montana, Montana State, and BYU, going to be huge underdogs in all of those. We've got rated by transfers as well. I think the first game you can realistically, put as a potential W is September 19th when they host Northern Arizona, because Montana State, BYU, Montana are going to be really tough to come out there and win. But then you get Northern Colorado, and then you're straight to SUU. They can beat a Portland State, maybe a Cal Poly. I think realistically thinking 4 or 5 wins is a huge uptick in production. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot of wins, but when you've been winning 1 and 2 wins a season, that's tripling up or doubling up. And so that's got me at about a 7.5. I'm excited. I want to see year 3 of the Anderson era. Want to see what Bronson Barbin can do at quarterback, and I want one quarterback.
Yes,
I'm tired of the 2. Peterson did it when he was here. Obviously, they did it last year. I want to see just one starting quarterback get all the reps, and I think we'll see that this season.
I agree. We will talk more about this at more length later.
What's your rating?
We're running out. I'm going to say I'm going to say like a 5 right now.
Okay, so I'm a 7.
They got to win some games for me to buy in, I think.
Yeah.
And the first 4 weeks are tough, like you said.
It's fair. It's fair. All right, got to get to a break, as Paulie has noted multiple times now. We will be back in a flash on The Drive. Feel Good Friday, baby. A little Juice World. I know the artist there. Good find there by Tara. She's pushing all the buttons, getting us in and out of our break. Short segment here. We went along with our college football segment. Show today brought to you by Zag. Protect your phone better. Get screen protector. Look at your phone right now. Look at your phone. You're driving.
I don't know if they should look
Face
at it right
crack.
now.
Well, at the next stoplight.
Yeah, stoplight. How about that?
Yeah. We are hanging out here, and you can get screen protectors, come with a lifetime warranty, phone cases, chargers, accessories. Don't zig, just Zag. 2 St. George, 1 Cedar City location near you. A couple things real quick. The Utah Championships. It's a fun leaderboard for me because I know a number of people. I started the show telling you Barry Shank, St. George resident, played collegiately years ago. He's in his 30s now at Weaver State. Got in 11 birdies in the Monday qualifier, playing his first ever Corn Ferry event. I was texting with him last night. Zach Jones, Daniel Summerhays, Mitchell Scow, Preston Summerhays, Carson Lundell, Connor Howe. I'm really good friends with Mason Anderson. I was texting with Mason last night. Mason played at ASU. He was the one at Black Desert. You guys remember that I was talking about that had that trouble on number 9 and missed the cut with that, got in the lava and tried to play it out and ended up missing the cut at Black Desert. Didn't have a great debut rookie season on the PGA Tour, but he comes in 35th on the Corn Ferry Tour. Of course, top 25 are going to get status back on the PGA Tour, and you got a couple of weeks to go. So if he can win this thing, and he just teed off and played the first hole on round 2, and he parted. He shot 7 under 63 at Ogden Country Club yesterday. So leaders at 9 under. He's on Jay Card III on the course. Ross Steelman shot 9 under. He doesn't tee off till the afternoon. So Golf Channel will have coverage this afternoon. Going to be fun. I'm going to be keeping tabs on the Utah Championship up there at Ogden Golf and Country Club. That course was built in 1914. Yeah, it's a old
Oldie
track.
but a goodie.
They were tearing it up a little bit yesterday. So some of the storylines. Of course, Rocket Mortgage getting underway. We got 3 Utahns in the field. Patrick Fishburne, whose home course is Ogden Country Club.
Yeah.
But he's playing in Detroit, Motor City, in the PGA event this weekend. Tony Finau, Zach Blair. Those guys are all in the field. So there's going to be some fun storylines in golf, I think, throughout the weekend. You got baseball and golf this weekend. Maybe the NASCAR race. Where's NASCAR at this weekend? You got a few things.
Yeah.
But if you notice, everybody's turning the page to football, right? Football.
Yeah.
You know, starting to talk fantasy football, starting to talk college football, starting to talk NFL. Like, that is where sports talk is headed after the World Cup dominated through most of the summer.
Yeah.
All right, hour 1 in the books. Hour 2, we're excited. We'll get you some headlines. We've got Nia Hagler, who's had a very eventful summer, Snow Canyon State Championship girls wrestler. She's going to stop by the studio about 8:20. The MLB trade deadline is fast approaching. Mason Miller, Tarek Skubal, some big names rumored to be on the block. Tara does not like it when I say Miller's name is rumored to be on the block.
It's not going to happen.
As a Padre fan, she is in denial.
Denial.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah. And one of the teams rumored to be in the mix for him is the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah.
And Tara's like, he can't go to Seattle. And I'm like, yes, he can. If they trade for him, yes, he can.
His rights will be shipped out.
My problem is I
He's not.
like Senior Smoke fine. He used to touch him 103 the other day. It's the
like
offense that's
Senior
terrible
Smoke.
right now. All right, we got to take a break. Hour 2 coming up when we come back.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
Jared says we're back.
We've been back for like 3 minutes.
Well, I mean, that's a great song, Summertime.
Yeah, he wants to let the listeners
Kenny
hear
Chesney, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
I've seen Kenny Chesney live. He's great.
I've
He is
seen him
great.
live too as well.
He's at the Sphere. Or
Yeah.
he was at the Sphere.
Yeah, just finished
a couple
up.
weeks ago, yeah.
Yep. We are hanging out Finley Hyundai Studios on a Feel Good Friday here on the Fan Sports Network. Final day of July. We're turning the page to August. And are you ready for hour two here on your hometown sports source? Coming at you on the radio, the live stream, YouTube. You can watch the show. And thanks to our great sponsors. We've got some great partners. Coral Canyon, Zag, Prime IV, our friends at Game Day Men's Health, Finley Hyundai. Just a reminder to everybody, if you want to win Aviator tickets for their next homestand, We've got 4 tickets to every home game for the Las Vegas Aviators. They're the Padres affiliate? No, they're the Angels. Or the A's affiliate. They're playing the Tacoma Rainiers starting on August 4th. So next Tuesday, they fire up a long homestand. We got tickets. So if you want a chance to win, text Aviators. Don't even care if you spell it wrong. To our text line, which is also our studio call-in line, saving your phone, Fan Sports Network, 435-990-9950. We'll put you in the drawing to win some tickets. We'll draw for some tickets either today or first thing Monday, and we'll let you know if you're a winner, and you can get on down there to Las Vegas and see some baseball action. Let's get into the NFL for a few minutes. We haven't talked. We talked a lot of college football. Yeah. Did a little bit on the Utah Championship and some of the Utah golfers playing at the Rocket Mortgage.
Yeah.
Covered quite a bit first hour. Talked a little bit about the new Utah Tech signee, Petros Ragkos. The word on him, if you missed hour 1, is he's a 6'5", fiery, high-intensity wing with good length. The first kid Utah Tech has got from Greece ever, to the best of my knowledge.
Yeah.
And should add some depth for them at the wing. He'll be kind of a combo guard, wing type player at 6'5". So that's pretty exciting. We'll see him suited up for the Blazers this fall. There's a couple NFL storylines I want to get to, though. Paulie is all over this Dallas Cowboys story.
Yeah, rightly so.
The greatest offense. What is Dak talking about? Camp news and notes coming out of the Big D.
Yeah, so he was asked by a reporter what they think about this offense coming up this season with the continuity in the group. Dak referred to it as the GOTI, the greatest offense there is, and wanted to go through if we
missed the playoffs the last 2 seasons.
Well, we're going to go through it. So, one, do we think that it is one of the greatest? Not that there is. I don't think that they are the best offense in the NFL, but are they a top 5 offense in the NFL?
No.
So this is the core they return.
Potentially they are.
They return this core. Dak Prescott at quarterback, 30 touchdowns, 10 interceptions a year ago, along with over 4,500 yards. Javonte Williams is the running back, 252 carries for 1,200 yards, 4.8 yards per carry average, and 11 touchdowns. They were all career highs for Javonte in Dallas last year. And then this is where they steal the headlines, is the receiving core. George Pickens, 93 catches, 1,429 yards, 9 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb, who was hurt a little bit last year, still went over 1,000, 75 catches, 1,077 yards, and 3 touchdowns. They also have a pretty good tight end that you could add to the core of the offense as well, and Jake Ferguson, 82 catches, 600 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Red zone threat. Do we think that the Dallas Cowboys offense is among the top 5 or even top 3 in the NFL?
Potentially, yes. Yes.
Okay, potentially, yes.
The problem was not the offense last year. The problem was the defense. The defense was atrocious, and that's why the Cowboys made some notable defensive additions last year. Rashawn Gary, they traded for the defensive end. Jalen Thompson, they signed him as a free agent. They signed Kobe Durant as a cornerback in free agency. They drafted Caleb Downs out of...
he should improve it.
First-round draft pick, Malachi Lawrence, their other first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
All defensive players.
All defense.
They didn't need help on offense. They had to get better on defense. They have a 3% chance or less to win the Super Bowl.
Correct.
They have a decent chance to win 10 games if the defense can play better. But I don't even think they have a 5% chance in the loaded NFC to win the conference. I mean...
but does their offense stack up with some of the best offenses? Defense is what it is. I mean, they're going to try to improve on that side of the ball.
They're a top 10 offense.
I didn't say top 10. I said, would you take them top 5 over some of these teams? Okay, number 5.
Rams, Bills,
number 5 in the
Seahawks.
league last year was the Detroit Lions. 28.3 points per game, led by Jared Goff at quarterback. The best running back maybe in the NFL, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Who's not happy right now.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamison Williams, Sam Laporta. Would you take the Cowboys offense over the Lions?
No.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe. I think...
He's feeling spicy.
I think losing... I think losing losing Montgomery and having that second back. Now, we'll see who evolves and ends up getting in the rotation with Jahmyr Gibbs, and we'll see how that plays out. But I love Penei Sewell. I love that offense. But I still slightly would say Lions. But Dak and Goff, I will take Dak over Goff.
I would agree with that.
I would take Higgins over there, Williams. I would take CD Pickens, sorry. I would take CD. I don't know if I take CD. I like Amon-Ra a lot. But they're both top 5 receivers in the NFL. They're very productive. So that's a very debatable topic.
You're on no too, right?
No. Yeah.
So you take the Lions. All right, let's go to the next offense. This one's an intriguing one. They average 28.3 points per game. It's the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, James Cook, DJ Moore, the new addition from Chicago receiver, Keon Coleman, and Utah Ute himself, Dalton Kincaid. Would you take the Cowboys offense over the Bills?
I would take Josh Allen over Dak, but I certainly think the receiving core in Dallas is way superior to that in Buffalo. So yes, I would, but Josh Allen carries a lot of weight, so it is very, very tight.
I would probably take the Cowboys over the Bills, just by the receiving core alone. I don't love DJ Moore, and Keon Coleman was getting benched a ton last year by his own staff. So Dalton Kincaid, I think I like Ferguson better. The only position I think they're markedly better is running back and quarterback.
I agree.
So
I agree.
Tara?
Yeah, I would take the Bills still.
She's going against the boys. She doesn't like Big D.
They aren't my boys.
All right, let's go to the third one. I know we're doubles going on this one. It's the Seattle Seahawks, 28.4 points per game. Sam Darnold, no more Kenneth Walker. It'll be Jadarian Price, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Cooper Kupp, and Rashid Shaheed round out the core of the offense. The Cowboys or the Seahawks?
This is easy. The Super Bowl. I can't even believe you asked that question. That is the dumbest question. That is the dumbest question you have ever asked me. I know it's segmented for this program, but come on.
So he's going with the Cowboys.
Come on.
Yeah, spoiler alert, he's going with the Cowboys.
I know, right?
Like, what more? Do you know?
He's calling it audible.
Do you know what the odds were on the Seahawks to win the Super Bowl last year?
No.
They were not good.
To start the season?
Not good.
No.
And Sam Darnold, you got Jalen Milroe and Drew Lock. You got a great quarterback room. You got Zach Charbonnet that's going to be out to start the season, so Price might be the runner. But George Halani, they signed Emmanuel Wilson in the offseason. Yeah. JSN got his payday, $120 million. I love Torrey Horton.
The Colorado State guy.
Yeah, and Cody White and Ricky White III and Rashid Shaheed and Cooper Kupp. Like, this is
Bobo still there? Jake Bobo?
Did they re-sign him?
I like Bobo.
I think, AJ Barner, the Barnyard, they did a little bit of that push with him. Elijah Arroyo, their second-year tight end. They got Eric Saubert, the veteran, Nick Vanette. They've got a big tight end room that can block. The thing that the biggest reason the Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl was the offensive line play was improved because you had Charles Cross, Gray Zabel, Jalen Sundell.
Zabel was good.
You had Abe Lucas, and then the defense was tremendous. I mean, if they added Vita Vea,
yes, this is an offensive segment though. We're only talking offense.
Yeah.
Here.
Well, you brought up the Seahawks.
I know, and that it evolves into a wide realm of the Seahawks, but right now we're strictly talking offense. So would you take you would take them. All right. So Tara.
Why would you not? How could either one of you not take the Seahawks after what they proved last year?
You didn't care about the Lions or Bills, but now if we're taking the Cowboys over the Seahawks, it's a cardinal sin.
Well, who won the Super Bowl? Answer the question.
All right. The Seahawks.
They could have the Super Bowl slump this year.
How did Dallas do? What was their record last year?
They weren't good.
Okay,
exactly.
so
that's why I'm shocked that you're saying they're potentially a top 5 team or offense.
Offense. You're right. But Paulie's right. This was an offensive segment. I forgot about that.
Yes.
Seattle has a really good defense, way better than Dallas's.
Yes, and we can talk about that
but
another day.
I don't know what else Sam Darnold has to prove. Like, he 2 14-win seasons in a row. He's getting no respect.
Yeah, he's definitely not getting
People don't
respect.
even think he's a top 10 quarterback.
Yes.
It's just taking him a while. He got drafted by the Jets. That's where all good quarterbacks get drafted to go and hide.
And die. Yeah.
It's like a game of hide and seek until they can get out out of that rookie contract.
Yes. Well, he did have that quote about the ghosts in Carolina that really got him kind of.
The thing you got to remember,
about the
Seattle Seahawks is they do have a new offensive coordinator, but they are very balanced, and they run the ball at the highest ratio in the National Football League. They run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, and that opens up the pass in JSN.
Yes.
So I'm going to lean Seahawks still. I'm not going to change my pick. I don't know how you can take Dallas's offense over Seattle's after what they proved last year. I just don't. There's no logical explanation.
All right, we'll go with the last two here quickly. Number 2 in the league last year at 28.8 points per game was the New England Patriots. Drake May, new addition, A.J. Brown, Travion Henderson should have a bigger workload this year, along with Ramondre Stevenson, the two-back system, and the tight end Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
Would you take the Patriots over the Cowboys, or do you like the Cowboys offense better than the Patriots on paper?
Patriots, 100%.
She's in the tank for the Patriots, though.
Yeah,
but
I'm excited about Drake May's progression and how much he can evolve with the star wide receiver.
Yeah.
They also added Romeo Dobbs.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I forgot him. He's a good addition.
They still have Matt Collins and Demario Douglas.
Yeah.
Kayshawn Booty.
Yeah.
I mean, that Kyle Williams had some flashes, the second-year guy out of
he was
Wazoo.
pretty good, yep.
This one is probably the toughest one. I will go slight edge Patriots, but because I like Drake May's upside.
Okay, I just like Drake better than Dak, so I'm going to go with the Patriots here. And we're also going to go to the last one with me and Tara. Number 1 on the list at 30.5 points per game is the Rams.
Yep.
Matthew Stafford, Kyron
I think they're the
Williams.
best offense in the league.
Okay, so we don't even have to debate this.
Yeah, we're not
right?
even. Well, yeah, you don't have to. We can if you want.
Puka Nacua
exactly.
among the notables.
Who you said was arguably one of the best running back in the league.
Receiver, right?
Receiver, yeah.
Yeah, he's a stud. So I like this. I like Stafford, the returning MVP, reigning MVP, Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua. These are a lethal threesome as far as the offensive talent goes with the Rams. So
because they can beat you every way.
Yes.
Deep shots, play action, screen, tempo, like everything they have. They can beat you no matter what.
And the guy behind it all, McVay's a genius.
McVay's a genius, yeah.
He's an offensive wizard. So
he's a savant.
He is. He's a savant, like someone else we know.
Like somebody else we know, yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break. And after this quick break, I believe we're going to have a very special guest. And stick with us after the break, and we will dive into that interview.
hard-hitting takes, action-packed interviews, and the best sports.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. As we've been telling you all morning long, we've got a very special guest here on a Feel Good Friday. It's a Feel Good. It's not a football Friday yet, but we're getting close to football Friday.
Yes.
August 14th, high school football is back. And so we're a couple Fridays away from Football Friday, but we've got Snow Canyon wrestler, one of the best in the state and in the country. Nia Hagler joins us in studio.
They're a little late there. But
Yes. Well, you were loud enough for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. Nia, good morning.
Good morning.
Very busy summer.
Very, very busy.
Very busy summer. Take us through the summer. Let's catch up in the life of Nia.
Let me try to remember everything. We had freestyle Greco State. I had, postseason folk style nationals. I had Indiana national junior duels, Fargo, Spokane. So a lot of crazy events. I went to the Olympic Training Center. Very, very busy. So
Tara gets excited because she does a lot with USA weightlifting, and so tell us about what it was like to go to that. That's got to be a pretty cool place to be.
Yeah, it was such an incredible opportunity. I was just so grateful that I got to go. My coach was really great about just like constantly like any open spots. So I was very fortunate to be able to go there and have that experience.
So you just capped off an unbelievable high school career.
Yeah.
You might have had the greatest high school prep career of any girl in the state of Utah in the history of the sport. And I know it's a newer sport, but still, you've kind of set the bar that high. What does that mean when I say that out loud?
Man, I mean, if little like 10-year-old me heard that, I think she would just be losing her mind right now. So, it's easy for me to lose perspective a lot because I'm so like, I want to get better. I'm like eager to learn. I'm hungry. I want to get better like every practice. So it's very easy for me to lose perspective a bit and be like, and just see like how far I've come from where I've started. And I think it's really important to not lose sight of that so you don't lose your head. But
7 All-American titles?
yeah.
7?
7. Yeah.
Yeah, 7-year-old you did not think you'd get 7 All-American,
definitely not.
All-American titles. You placed 5th at Fargo.
Yes.
Tell me about that because that's the who's who in girls wrestling in the country.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's just crazy to me. I mean, my bracket is just stacked with killer girls. A lot of girls that were seated really high. Some of them didn't even place. There was a lot of upsets in that bracket. I mean, I was seated 11th and I got 5th.
Yeah.
So I definitely surprised myself a bit. I think I really got my mindset right and everything right leading up to that tournament. So I just was kind of overwhelmed with, gratitude and just excitement after that. So
the locals are lucky because you're going to be staying in town at Utah Tech to wrestle. What went into that decision? Because I'm sure there's a lot of schools vying for your services, want to recruit you, get you on campus. What led to ultimately choosing Utah Tech?
Yeah, so I like this question. I get it a lot, but it's kind of like a long rant, I guess. But basically, I'm a very family-oriented person, and I've just heard too many horror stories of girls like traveling all across the country because they got sweet talked into a program and then they end up hating it. And I would hate to deal with that, like risking that along with, dealing with debt and like learning how to be an adult and all these things. I couldn't deal with that without my support system. I mean, I think everyone has their own journey and everything. I just know what's best for me, and I just need to be home. And I've been fortunate enough there's not really many clubs in St. George, but I've been fortunate with my coaching and with the support system I have and everything. And I just feel like if it's not broken, don't fix it. So I feel like I have everything I kind of need right here at home. So.
Huge get for Utah Tech.
Massive.
Wrestling team. 3-time undefeated high school state champion. Just took 5th at nationals. I want to go back to the Olympic Training Center a little bit. You got to wrestle a current member of the team. Tell us about that story a little bit. She was trying to intimidate you.
Yeah. So there's a girl that just made the world team at Final X, and so being at the Olympic Training Center, the whole time I was thinking, like, I really want to wrestle her, I really want to train with her, you know. But apparently they get like a week off before they start training again after Final X. So I was pretty bummed. But on the very last day of camp, we were doing live goes, and I saw that she was actually there. So I went up to her and I told her, hey, like, I want to wrestle you. And she was kind of like, didn't want to work with me. Like, I wasn't like worth her time or something. Like, avoiding eye contact with me, wouldn't even really talk to me. So we
Very friendly. Very, sounds like you'll have her over for Christmas dinner soon.
Right. Yeah. So right off the bat, like, we start wrestling and she immediately tries to throw me. It did not work for her. So I pinned her. And so even with that, it's like, okay, I feel like, yeah, whatever. So then right after that, we were back up on our feet, and then I ended up head throwing her, and I pinned her again. So
that's gotta be a huge confidence boost for you.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, so I mean, Fargo was right after that, so I'm sure that had something to do with it. But I just feel like everything leading up to Fargo was going perfect.
Let me ask you this: when you were having that friendly match, friendly, any coaches, any members of the USA?
I was gonna say
like,
the USA coaches are probably
So-
like, she needs to be on the world team.
I mean, I will say, like, when I had her on her back the first time, I really made sure to keep her there to see
For
if
a while.
anyone would see.
You're just holding her down.
Yes.
Just not yet.
It's like Steph Curry holding this 3-point
Right.
stroke a little long or something, right?
Look away. So later that night at 11 o'clock, my Utah Tech coach got a call from Terry Steiner.
Nice.
Terry Steiner is like the macho man of like women's Olympic wrestling, basically. Like, he is the women's Olympic wrestling director. And he called my coach at 11 o'clock that night and basically said, hey, we want to personally invite Nia back to the Olympic Training Center to train with the world team.
So cool.
So I'm going back in 3 days to train with the world team. So again, I'm just so excited and grateful that I'm like getting all these opportunities. So.
Do they have an open spot, on the world team?
I don't think so.
Could you go in as an alternate or anything like that?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure alternate would be like runner up at Final X or something. But yeah, that would be cool though.
Right. Hey, maybe they liked what they saw though, and they might want you like traveling with the team and as an alternate.
that
You
would
never
be-
know.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That'd be super cool.
That is a cool story. I love to hear that. How old are you now? Are you 18 yet?
18.
You're 18.
Yeah,
Okay.
freshly 18. I turned 18 in May.
All right. When's school start? Sometime in August?
19th.
19th?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't get
there.
a break at all this summer,
man.
but that's all right.
Who have you been training with in St. George? Like, how do you keep your reps up around here? Because you beat everybody in the state.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like boxing, like sparring with someone. I bet no one wants to spar.
So it's really cool.
She'd pin you in 3 seconds.
Yes, I know. I got a big size advantage, but I still think I'm going down like a ton of bricks.
It's really cool. I grew up on Penn State wrestling. And my private coach went to Penn State. So, Cade Moss, he does private lessons here, and I was just so lucky. It's like, what are the odds? Like, we moved here when I was like 12, and then we found out that he was coaching privates here. So it was just crazy. And then along with that, like, of course, I trained with my head coach at Utah Tech and everything. So I don't know. They all know their stuff, obviously. But.
Sure.
Do you have a signature move? Do you have like a go-to move that's worked so well for you throughout the years?
So my double leg will always have a special place in my heart. That was like my bread and butter, like when I first started wrestling. Now it's like I kind of just do whatever I feel like, but that will, I'll always have that in my pocket.
Yeah, that's kind of been the go-to, but you've evolved and you've got the whole art. Do Do you do scouting reports on your opponents? Like, do you have a little breakdown?
Film
Yeah,
or anything
film.
like that?
Yeah, so definitely between matches, if I have like a hard next opponent, then I'll study film on Flow Wrestling, or like you know
Nice.
she does this tie up like clear here, you know. I kind of struggle with tie ups a little bit sometimes, so it's good to see like what kind of tie up they like going for and how I want to clear it and set up my offense. So it's very helpful.
So how do you do? Is that like just on an iPad? You're looking at film on like between matches, or do you like how do you do film for? You say Flow Wrestling is the site that you go to.
So everyone that has these big tournaments, everyone uses Flow Wrestling because that's also how you find like where you're at in the bracket and when you're going to be up and everything. And it's really helpful because you can also like click on like your opponents, and then you can go to videos and like watch their matches and everything. You can also watch like live wrestling matches and everything. So if the person if it's like between these two people, like I wrestle the winner the next match, then it's like I can watch like as it's happening.
Right. Yeah.
So.
You're getting good at this media thing. You've
was about
been
to say the
getting
same
interviewed throughout the summer after some of these events you've been to.
I actually just had a podcast interview last week.
Nice.
So.
She's better than some Jazz and Mammoth players, I feel like. She's already savvy.
Yeah. Where do you get your toughness from, your mom or your dad?
Both. Yeah, both of them are very, very competitive. So my mom was like super into CrossFit and everything. Like she's super buff and everything. And then my dad, of course, he wrestled in high school. He's also very buff. So everyone asks me how jacked I am. It's genetics. It's both of them, you know.
What does your weightlifting regimen consist of? When you're not on the mat getting practice time in, what's your fitness routine?
So I just recently started getting more consistent with the gym and like my weight training and everything. Before that, I would kind of just do Bulgarian bag workouts, which I still do. But my head coach, Corey, honestly, kind of like got that in order for me a bit. He's like a strong man. So like lifting big rocks and everything.
Right,
His workout routines have really gotten me in good shape leading up to these huge tournaments.
I love it. Nia Hagler in studio. She went 47-0, won in her senior season, a third state championship at the high school level, and then, boy, 7-time All-American.
Yeah.
You placed in Fargo twice, right?
Yes.
Including fifth just recently.
Yeah, I placed 7th in 16U my sophomore year.
Yes, that's amazing. I'd wager to say the best get for Utah Tech wrestling maybe ever.
Yeah.
Blue chipper. I mean, this is legitimately one of the best in the state and the country. It's staying in town. That's awesome.
What is your pin ratio? Like throughout this summer, like are you pinning everybody or are you beating them by score? Or take me through that. What are some of these matches like?
I love that question. I'm very much a pinner. Probably 90% of my wins are pins. Sometimes it gets me in trouble a little bit. I know, like, not as much anymore, but I used to be like, I would either pin or get pinned. So, but now it's, even if you look at my national record, most of my wins are pins, and the ones that aren't pins are techs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it used to get me in trouble a lot because I would almost get out of position, like looking for the pin, and now it just comes to me. Like, I'll focus on scoring and everything, and then I just see it open up and I go for it. So, yeah, I'm not getting as much in trouble with it anymore.
Do you know when you'll wrestle next here locally?
I don't have the schedule for college wrestling yet.
It's not out yet.
But,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha. We want to copy that one.
Right?
I got you.
Yes.
Yeah. Nia Hagler, everybody hanging out with us here. What a summer she's had. Watch for her with USA Women's Wrestling in the future. And for the meantime, she's getting ready to go get a college education and wrestle for Utah Tech's Club Girls Wrestling Team. How many members of the team are on the Utah Tech?
A good amount. And there's more recruits coming in. So, yeah, it's a big team. It's a lot of wrestlers.
Wow.
So.
I'm excited. Are you moving on to campus? Or are you staying at home? Or do you have to move to the dorms? Or what do you do?
Yeah, I actually get to live at home. I live like 10 minutes from campus, but we'll see. Maybe I'll try living alone for once next year, but I'll live at home for at least another year.
Why is that? Is mom a really good cook, or is dad a really good cook, or what?
Mom's a very good cook.
There you go. There you go. And save some money for those trips to Indiana and the USA Center. Nia, so glad to catch up with you. Enjoy the rest of your summer. Sounds like. Did you get to go to a beach anywhere at all at any point in time? No beach.
No, all the traveling I did was for wrestling.
No lake surfing, no cliff jumping, nothing.
Like there's no beaches in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to do a road trip thing with my fam on the way to Fargo, though. We did a lot of fun stuff.
Nice.
So.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore. We saw some buffalo. It was super cool.
Did you ask to wrestle the buffalo?
Yeah.
Taking that buffalo
Clearly
down.
she didn't get mauled by one, so that's good.
Like that guy at
In Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, that's right.
She's on the national stage in a big way. Nia Hagler just finished up her high school prep career at Snow Canyon, headed to Utah Tech. Nia, thanks for the time. Keep in touch with us. We want to see how.
Will do.
We want to keep tabs on you. And I know if there's a duel, if Utah Tech has a home duel, make sure we get the deets on that, because we want to come watch you wrestle.
Awesome. Yeah, will do. I'll send you it.
She's Nia Hagler, live on the drive. Give her a follow on Instagram at Nia _ Tortilla.
Nia
seven.
Tortilla.
That's a good one.
At Nia _ Tortilla 7, and you can keep tabs up with her. We got to get her over 1,000 followers today. She's only at 700 something. Yeah. Nia, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
And we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Not done yet. Talking sports on the Fan Sports Network on a Feel Good Friday.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
If you had, some Rockwell subs and some, a box of 12s, and you crank this in like 95 to 2002 range,
it's got that. It's
you would get fired up on a Friday night.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You should hear it at Petco Park.
Did you see Korn live at Petco?
It's Mason Miller's walkout song.
Oh, it's his Blind by Korn is his walk-up?
Yep.
That is a great selection.
Right? It's the best in the league.
That album that came out with Blind on it, that whole album is just...
See, I'm not really a Korn guy.
Oh, my heck. Really? That didn't just rev your engine?
No, it's a good song.
I doubt you've listened to the whole album. I seriously doubt. That is such a fabricated statement by you. I'm just not a Korn guy.
I know.
I can't be a Korn guy. I'm a Korn eater, not a Korn
dog
listener.
eater.
Yeah.
How did you just eat your corn?
Yeah.
What?
Never mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
like
How do you eat
ear of corn?
Corn on the cob?
Yeah, ear of corn on the cob. Yeah.
Yeah. Nia Hagler. How about that young lady?
Yes, she was
I am
awesome.
so impressed with her. She's driven.
She is.
7-time All-American, 3-time state champ, undefeated season. She was 47-0 last year at Snow Canyon High School.
Yes.
I got a call from Kyle Campbell, the principal, and he said, hey, there's this young lady over at Snow Canyon, and this was at the start of the wrestling season. You need to keep tabs on her. And it was Nia Hagler. And so we kind of followed her. We had her in during the season. And now to hear what she's doing this offseason and to hear that she's staying at Utah Tech and, going out to Indiana and Fargo and the Olympic Training Center. What a cool summer for her. I mean, senior summer, you're thinking friends, lake,
trips.
Mm-hmm. She's out there on the grind, man. This girl is just so driven that I have no doubt that she is going to have an unbelievable collegiate career. Nia Hagler here on the show. It's The Drive. Devin, Paulie, Tara hanging out here on the Fan Sports Network. Show today brought to you by our friends at Prime IV. Prime IV has today is the last day with their Beat the Heat special.
Yes.
So if you want to call down there to Prime IV, see if they have a slot for you today. If you're feeling drained by the summer heat, you can cool off, you can recharge, you can feel your best, get rehydrated, and for a limited time, ending today, the Beat the Heat special, just $99, and they're going to give you an IV and a vitamin injection for $99. While you're getting your IV, you get those zero gravity massaging chairs. You can relax. You get complimentary oxygen therapy. Perfect way to escape the heat, give your body the hydration and nutrients it needs. If you've had a busy summer with work and travel and kids and back to school shopping, that can dehydrate you.
You're going to need it for this
wallet
weekend.
and the body.
Yeah.
Call Prime IV and see if they can get you in for that $99 special.
Yeah.
And we'll get some August specials coming your way as well. But today, the last day to take advantage of that.
I think it's supposed to be like 113 degrees tomorrow, so you might want to go get it anyway.
Gonna be a
Get
hot
ready
one.
for the week, yeah.
Gonna be a hot one. But let's talk some baseball for a second. The trade deadline is coming.
Yeah.
And there's some big names in the rumor mill right now.
Sure.
And I'm going to be honest with you. The Dodgers have been dominant. And it almost makes me get a gag.
Did you just throw up in your mouth a little
when
bit?
I hear about the Dodgers finding room to bring in potentially Tarek Skubal.
Yeah.
That
the
just
Cy Young winner twice in a row.
could you imagine that pitching? I mean, oh my gosh! On paper, they're unbeatable.
Yes.
They're unbeatable. If that actually does happen, the rich just get richer.
Mm-hmm.
And
They
then,
are the betting favorite to land Tarek Skubal right now. The Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah. Well, shocker. I mean, Ohtani's on the shelf right now, so they got an open starting
Yeah.
spot. The deadline is next Wednesday, August 3rd. We should see some moves over this weekend. We should see a lot of the early targeted guys going, and then we'll see that fight to the finish, and we'll see some last-minute moves. And look, I mean, the betting favorite. He's a 2-time reigning AL Cy Young winner. This is his preferred destination. once he hits free agency. So a trade would make sense to get something in return if he's not going to stay. The Brewers, the Rays, we've heard the Cubs, the Braves, even Yankees, Phillies have had interest. There's been interest.
Yeah.
But, I mean, goodness gracious. He started the game Wednesday. Did you guys see what happened?
It was 7-1.
7-0.
Or 7-0, yeah.
Against the Orioles.
They came back, the Orioles.
And they come back and lose in extra innings. Detroit is 51-58. So they're not quite above 500. They're 7 games
They're
under
out of the
500.
race. Yeah, they should sell, and they will, and they're going to get a nice package for Skubal. And if the Dodgers can command the best prospect package, then I assume they will trade him there. But the Braves, some other teams, Brewers, reportedly in on him as well.
I mean, the MLB trade rumors are saying that a tentative agreement could materialize as early as this Monday morning to allow both sides to navigate medical reviews, before Monday's deadline,
6
August
p.m.
3rd.
Eastern.
Yep, 4 o'clock Mountain Time. So maybe we don't get this deal done Saturday, Sunday, but maybe Monday morning we're hearing about this.
I'm sure the Tigers are going to hold out as long as they can to get the best possible package.
Absolutely.
It'll be a late Monday deal if it happens.
Yes. The other big rumor out there is regarding the flamethrower, Mason Miller, but the latest...
Emphasis on rumor.
Be careful, you might hurt some feelings.
No. But the rumors were flying. I saw.
They've been flying, yeah.
But Mason Miller, I'm hearing, is more likely to stay than go at this point because San Diego's asking price is so steep.
They would be idiots to get rid of him. And they're only 2 games out of the playoffs. They're 2 games outside of the wild card.
Yeah.
So why would you get rid of the best closer in the league at this point?
Package prospects.
No.
Well, the Padres are the same team that gave the Nats C.J. Abrams and James Wood for Juan Soto.
Yeah.
And those 2 guys have 27 and 30 home runs this year. So I think the Padres could have used those 2. And they could probably get some good prospects in return for Mason Miller, built for the future.
No.
You don't like it.
No.
All right. Well, they might keep him, but they can definitely get a lot for him if they traded him.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a high asking price.
Yahoo, the latest on Yahoo Sports, they're reporting he's expected to remain in San Diego. The landscape of the rumor highlights several key details. One, the baseball operations guy for the Padres, AJ Preller, told clubs that are inquiring that nobody is off limits if they want to trade for Miller. Okay? Because if you remember what San Diego gave up to get him last summer, so they're going to want a ROI on their investment.
Yes.
Okay? And then you look at the playoff context, and the Padres have surged back into postseason contention. They're just a game and a half out of the National League wild card spot.
Nice.
So that kind of tells you, wait a minute, if we're in the playoffs, we kind of want Mason Miller coming into corn in the 9th inning to shut the door.
Yes.
He's also under team control, and his contract is through 2029. So he's still got quite.
That makes him a even more.
It was a 4-year
big
contract.
Trade piece.
Yeah.
Sure, because you can't just go and leave.
It's not a rental.
Right.
You know, you got him for multiple years. So I don't know if the deal gets done. I sent some rumors to kind of spark some controversy.
No, you
in our
didn't.
group.
You've been saying he's going to get traded this whole time. And I keep telling you, no, he's not.
All right. We'll see.
But-
we'll see. We'll see. Monday at 4 o'clock. We'll know.
Yeah. I love it. Yankees,
it's 6.
Pirates,
Or
Brewers,
is it 6
Mariners
Eastern? Yeah.
are teams reportedly that have interest in Mason Miller. Yankees, Pirates, Brewers, Mariners.
I heard Mariners, Brewers. Yep.
I mean, I don't know what it would take, but it would take 4 or 5 really good prospects, couple draft picks, I mean, we're talking about a huge package if you want Mason Miller.
Yes, you would have to.
Now
the kitchen
farm
sink at him.
system is loaded in Seattle. We had all those bad years where we do have a ton of talent. And if you look at Seattle right now, all the production is coming under 25 and under right now. Cole Young, has been on fire. He had a series against the Dodgers the last 3 games.
Yeah.
He's been our best offensive player.
Okay.
Josh Naylor's got a little injury right now. Cal Raleigh's hitting $160. Julio's hitting it hard, but right to people. Like the Mariners pitching staff has not been as good, but Senior Smoke, I mean, he was touching 103.
Yeah.
He was touching 103 the other night. We really don't need another
he
closer.
consistently throws 102 to 104.
Correct.
Consistently.
I like that.
That is his average.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
So,
Good stuff.
yeah,
Good
Senior
stuff.
Smoke for the daddies.
you seam heads out there, watch closely. Baseball going to be bananas over the weekend. Will your team be a buyer or a seller? You'll have to wait and see. We have a lot on that.
Mariners do have a good amount of top prospects.
Absolutely,
Number
they do.
5 prospect in baseball, Cade Anderson. Number 8, Ryan Sloan. Number 36, Philenin Sesselton.
They might want to just bring them up right now.
They've
and
got
spark the
1,
offense.
2, 3, 4, 6 top 60 prospects. So they would be a team that has the prospects to make a deal.
And I don't know if I want to part with them when we have Senior Smoke, and I don't think it's the pitching that's the problem. Like, I would love to have.
Always gets me.
Well, dude, he's a good closer.
I know he's
He is.
good. He was.
That is not why the Mariners are not leading the AL West right
well,
now.
imagine him as your 8th inning guy, and then Miller's your 9th inning guy. You could have like a Kansas City Royals
It doesn't
of like
matter if we're
2014.
down 1-0. We still lose 1-0.
That's
If we
right.
can't score a run, you can't win a game.
Right.
What are we going to go to the 15th inning and it's going to be 0-0? I mean, like the Mariners' offense is atrocious right now, and Edgar's the hitting coach, and I love Dan Wilson, but I honestly am starting to get to the point where they might need to make a managerial move because they need a spark.
Yeah.
And as much as I love Dan
Mid-season
Wilson,
firing.
great catcher, played for the organization. I watched him in his heyday. Teammates with Edgar and those guys, Griffey. But look, he's kind of vanilla. He's kind of bland. He's not fiery. He's just kind of expects guys to go do their job. And there's something to be said about that. But the Dodgers bludgeoned the Mariners yesterday 6-2 with some measuring stick home runs.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And Hernandez hadn't hit a home run since July 2nd, and he hit one to straightaway center field, I think the 7th. And I turned it off after that. I couldn't watch another Dodger home run. Luckily, no run. I didn't even miss a run. It was 6-2
There
at
you
that
go,
point.
buddy.
Man.
Yeah.
What happened to the big dumper? That's what I'm wondering.
$160.
He's atrocious this year.
I mean, I don't know. If that, I don't know if this, and now he just was on the IR, and
He's got an injury.
Yeah, but why is Cal Raleigh called the big dumper? Why is Cal Raleigh not playing well? Why is Cal Raleigh? I mean, Cal Raleigh was the storyline last year. I truly believe he should have been the MVP over Aaron Judge.
I agree
do
with
too.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in agreement there.
But this year, I mean, he can't make the All-Star game.
No.
Didn't even sniff it. $160?
Yeah, that's horrible.
I mean, that's atrocious right now. And I'm not going to put all these Mariners woes on one guy. It's a team game. A lot of the guys that played in the World Baseball Classic got a rough start to the season. Did you notice that? But at this point, the oblique strain.
Who's the best player on the Mariners? Randy? Right now,
Randy Rosarina, Josh
Probably,
Naylor.
yeah.
Brendan Donovan's been on the IR. He's going to start a rehab assignment with Tacoma, and they could put him back at third base. His bat was the best in the first month and a half of the season.
Yes.
So I think Randy has probably been the most consistent. I would go with Randy.
Okay.
I don't even know if he speaks English. Rosarina. Canzone's been on a heater. Dominic Canzone. He's another guy under 25, like Cole Young, that's been producing. But our stars, Julio, Cal, Naylor, these guys are not producing right now. They're just not. And it's probably one of the more intriguing storylines in baseball because of how well the Mariners do. Remember, they had the lead going to the 7th inning against Toronto to go to the World Series and blew it late.
Yes.
I mean, they were this close to making their first ever World Series appearance. They have never won a World Series in Seattle.
Yeah, another team that hasn't won in a long time, and I think it's about time to close the door shut on them, is the Phillies. Yeah. They've been flirting with being this World Series type team for a number of years, and right now they are way behind the Braves in the standings in the NL East. They're fighting for a wild card spot, 7 games back of the ATL. So, yeah, I think the Phillies, even with Harper and Schwarber and Turner and all these guys, I mean, it seems as if the pieces aren't really cohesive. So, Phillies, another surprise for me, like the Mariners struggling.
Oh, wow. Just 2 minutes left in the show here. It's been a fun show. I want to switch gears just for a second. There's a little baseball trade deadline talk. Just a quick golf update, wet your whistle. You're going to catch the Rocket Mortgage most of the day on the Golf Channel. And then in the afternoon, they're going to give you some of the Corn Ferry from Ogden Golf and Country Club, where it's already almost 80 degrees up in Ogden this morning, about an 8-mile-an-hour breeze. My boy Mason Anderson is 1 under on the second round. He's 8 under for the tournament. He's 1 shot off the lead. Jake Card III, Ross Stillman leading up there in Ogden. There's a bunch of local golfers. If you play golf, which we kind of are a golf mecca nowadays in Southern Utah, you might have heard of Connor Howe or Carson Lundell. You've heard of Preston Summerhays, Mitchell Scow, the former Utah U. Danny Summerhays is in this field. Zach Jones, Barry Shank from St. George, going to be teeing up in about 20 minutes from right now. He was joking with me. He's like, I got to get 11 birdies like I did in the Monday qualifier from him. You're going to sniff the cut because he struggled a little bit yesterday. His first ever Corn Ferry tournament up there at Ogden Country Club. And then you got the Rocket Mortgage. You got Fishburne, Blair, Finau, everybody staring at Peter Malnati on the leaderboard. He flirted with a 59 yesterday, settled for a 60, let's see, he was 9 under 61 out in Detroit. So, will you watch golf this weekend, Paul? No. No. Will you watch baseball this weekend, Paul?
Yes.
Okay. Will you watch NASCAR this weekend, Paulie, with Granddad? Talking about...
That's right. We can play phone tag and talk about the race. Yeah, I probably will do a little of that.
Tara, what are you watching this weekend?
I will watch golf. I'm going to play a little golf.
Nice.
And then obviously baseball. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm going to go play the Ledges on Sunday for the Rev.
Oh, the Rev Golf Tour. Yes. Yes. That's Ledges this week, huh?
Yes. Yep.
I got to figure out if this will... I need to play Ledges.
Yeah.
I've been out of town a lot this month. It's been hard.
Right?
It's been hard. But it's been a lot of fun. Check out the RevSTG.com and come play with Tara and I. Paulie didn't make the cut.
He didn't make the cut.
All swings are welcome. Remember
All
that.
swings are welcome, but he didn't sign up.
Yep.
He didn't want to. The chopper didn't want to take his talents to the Rev Golf Tour yet. He needs more practice. You guys have been great. We are out of here. It's been The Drive. We'll see you on Monday. Everybody have a great weekend.